Hi all and welcome back to the channel, and I hope you're all doing okay. Right, hopefully you've all caught up with the Brazilian, oh no, not the Brazilian, the Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Sorry, that's a Ted thing from his notebook. If not, probably, I don't want to spoil it for you, so probably best not to listen any further, because I'm going to chat about Lando Norris, George Russell, Sergio Perez and what Christian Horner has said on his future, and obviously that sensational, phenomenal drive by Fernando Alonso. Just perfection. Right, so let's start off with what Lando had to say. So Lando Norris was pretty happy with his P2 finish at the Brazilian Grand Prix, admitting that McLaren didn't have it in them to fight Max Verstappen for the win. He said, "Very good, couldn't have gone much better. Good pace, similar to yesterday, which is the main thing, and a much better start to get from 6th to 2nd. It was a nice surprise. My start yesterday was not so good, so I tried to work on it, and it got better, but then the second start I was just a little bit aggressive on it. Still happy, P2 is as good as we can get nowadays, and for the time being. There's little bits where the tyres come back to you, and you can push on, but Max always seemed to have an answer to everything, which is a shame, but fair play to him, he drove a good race." Now Sergio Perez, hopefully this will stop all these rumours now, because, well, not only regarding Sergio Perez at the moment, I suppose, but, well, I suppose it involves Alonso as well, but still, Sergio Perez has been told by Christian Horner that his seat with the team is safe for next season. Horner said, "I am absolutely confident and clear that Checo will be our driver next year." Now, if he was injured or something like that, careful, Sergio, then they are circumstances beyond your control. But the clear intention is that he will continue here. We are planning to continue. We have announced the AlphaTauri drivers, we have our Red Bull drivers, and that is how we intend to go racing in 2024. And then on to George Russell. If you remember last year, he won the Brazilian Grand Prix with, I thought, I didn't expect that. I don't expect, Mercedes or George expected that either last year, but what an amazing difference to this year. They seem to have gone backwards, but, anyway, George said he was extremely confused by Mercedes' struggles at the Brazilian Grand Prix. He was forced to retire during the closing stages of Sunday's race. He told Sky Sports F1, "Clearly, we got something wrong this weekend. Still, we're not too sure what that is yet, but the pace just hadn't been there. We thought yesterday may have been a one-off, but clearly it wasn't. So we need to regroup and try to understand it. 12 months ago, this was our strongest race of the year. 12 months later, it's by far our weakest race of the year. So very strange." And then we come on to Fernando Alonso. I think I've said before on this channel, I've never been a fan of Fernando Alonso, but to see him drive like he did today was just out of this world. It was gripping stuff, really, really, really gripping stuff to watch, and how he kept Perez behind him. Perez had DRS. Fernando Alonso didn't have DRS, but it was just a phenomenal race, between the two of them to watch. But anyway, so Fernando Alonso has reignited the fire at Aston Martin. Alonso produced a sensational defensive drive to return to the podium in Brazil. He explained, "For me, it was like 30 laps when I had the pressure from Checo. When he passed me 2 laps to the end, I thought, okay, this is gone. The podium is not possible anymore. But he braked a little bit late into turn 1, and I thought, okay, I go for it into turn 4. This is a phenomenal result for the team. We have been struggling for a couple of months, especially the last 2 events, with 2 retirements. So this podium is for them and the whole factory. We fight, we keep on fighting to the last lap." Brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant. Honestly, I don't know what you thought, whether you're a Fernando Alonso fan or not. Like I said, I've never been his biggest fan. I've never really, Well, never really took any notice of him because, you just realise that even at his age now, they always go on about him being the oldest driver on the grid. But, to race like that and to be so sharp in your thinking of how to defend against, a Red Bull. This is a Red Bull with DRS, and he kept him behind him. And I know they crossed the line, I think it was 0.053 of a second ahead of Sergio Perez. I mean, it was close. It was so close. I mean, another lap or two, it would have been a very different result. But I just think Alonso, for me, that was the most interesting part of the race, apart from when Lando first tried to challenge Max, which he dropped off after that for a little while. Maybe that was tyre related or not, I don't know. But the most exciting part of that race was watching Fernando lap after lap just keep Perez behind him. Just amazing. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the Grand Prix. Got any thoughts on it? Please let me know in the comments. Always happy to hear from you. And obviously, if you do like what I do, please like and subscribe. Again, I do value your support. I really do. It means a lot to me. So what have we got to look forward to next? It's Las Vegas in 2 weeks' time, isn't it? So we'll look forward to that. So I'll catch up with you all again soon. And until then, take care.